Go
What
ahead.
is going on, guys? It's Bruin Steel here, and welcome to another WWE broadcast. And wow, this is going to be our broadcast for WWE Payback 2023, which took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And what a pay-per-view! I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I'm once again joined by Canadian Yorker. How's it going?
Doing great. Doing awesome today.
What
How
a
you doing?
pay-per-view. A lot of things have happened. I didn't really watch it. I know you were watching it, but oh my god, what a night of payback it was this past Saturday. And this is our recap. Yeah, it was an unbelievable pay-per-view, but a lot of people thought it was boring. I didn't think it was boring. Maybe a couple matches were boring. But yeah, we're going to be doing a recap for 2023 Payback. Like I said, it took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the home of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go. um, but anyways, yes, let's get into the recap. So the first match was the steel cage match between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. I thought it was an unbelievable match. By the way, this was the last feud, the last match between the two veterans. Well, Trish Stratus is a veteran, but steel cage match between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. Zoe Stark got involved. Obviously, I knew she was going to get involved, but a mistake cost her. A suplex from the top of the cage with a avalanche manhandle slam by Becky Lynch to Trish Stratus from the top rope. And Becky Lynch getting the 1-2-3, getting the win. Becky Lynch defeats Trish Stratus, like I said, in the steel cage match, and I expected this. I called it with the experience, and then at the end of the show, a standing ovation for Trish Stratus. Plus, Zoe Stark ended her alliance with Trish Stratus by attacking her. So, this was a great match. I think this was probably the match of the evening. A lot of people are saying. But Becky Lynch defeats Trish Stratus in their last meeting in the steel cage match with a manhandle slam off of the top rope by Pitfall. What are your thoughts on this match?
I did not get to see. I missed the match. I missed that match first of all. But I did see the rest of the payback. I will say that it's a good ending to this feud between Trish Stratus and Becky. And Becky has been trying to get her hands on Trish for all this time. Finally, she was able to do it. She no hold, nowhere to go. Steel cage match, and it's good that Becky was able to pick up the win against Trish. And obviously, I don't know if you saw. Of course, you mentioned about the attack by Zoe Stark. Zoe attacked Trish because Trish just exploded on her because she was trying to get that win, and Zoe was not able to get the win. Um, Zoe was not able to get the win. To help Trish get the win. So basically, we, Trish lost, and then she got mad, and then Zoe attacked her. But that's on Trish. That Trish just kind of had it coming because Zoe was just a punching bag.
Yeah. So another thing is NXT Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton was watching ringside, and she confronted Becky Lynch. So there's a possible chance that Becky Lynch might go after the NXT Women's Championship. So we have to see what's next for Becky Lynch. So yeah, moving on to the next match. It was LA Knight versus The Miz. And all you already know, guys, John Cena, the 16-time world champion, hosted Payback. So he came out, had a really, really interesting promo with The Miz. And it turns out in this match that John Cena announced that he was the guest referee in this LA Knight and The Miz match. I didn't really watch a lot of this match, but it went back and forth, little exchanges between LA Knight and John Cena, little exchanges between The Miz and John Cena, and there was a couple times I actually thought The Miz almost beat LA Knight with a skull crushing finale. But I think it was just maybe a little bit of a slow count by John Cena. It looked like a pretty slow count by John Cena. But it was a great match. But at the end, LA Knight won. It was a back and forth, and LA Knight, I believe he won off of his finisher. I believe it was what's the what was his finisher?
BTL,
Yeah, BTL, BTL. Yeah, finisher. And at the end, it was a mutual. It was a kind of an exchange between the LA Knight and John Cena, and then they just shook it off and mutual respect. So LA Knight defeated the Miz in a singles action. What do you think of this match?
I missed that match too. I think it was a really interesting feud between the Miz and LA Knight. They went back and forth, and of course, this clash had been coming, but it was good that LA Knight picked up the win because LA Knight is sort of morphing into this mega star that we're seeing in the WWE, and I've never heard of him either until like last year. I started watching WWE again, and it was really interesting seeing his progress and his development. So I think it's a good win for him, especially against the Miz. The Miz showing that he's still got it, and he put on the show.
Yeah. So another funny part of the Miz and John Cena is like, oh, the Miz said to John Cena, oh, why you're not wearing a suit? You're 50 years old and you still dress as a Teletubby. But that was hilarious. The next match is Rey Mysterio defending the United States Championship against Austin Theory, and I was correct in my pick. So far, I'm 3 for 3. I believe, yes. I had Rey Mysterio retaining the United States title against Austin Theory, which did happen. So I just think a lot of people are just had enough of Austin Theory. I feel like he had a good run as the United States title, but I think Rey Mysterio should hold the title a little bit longer. I don't think it would have made sense that Rey Mysterio would drop it early. But Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory went back and forth a couple of times. Austin Theory countered in 619. There was a counter pitfall. It was a counter roll up. Countered the A-Town down with the win. So Rey Mysterio hit Austin Theory with 619. Austin Theory countered it, tried to do a A-Town down, but Rey Mysterio countered back, and then it was a sneaky roll-up win. Another thing taken off of the Austin Theory playbook. How many roll-up wins did Austin Theory? So Rey Mysterio took that off of the Austin Theory playbook, and that's what you get, Austin Theory. Someone just used your sneaky roll-up win on you. So yeah, Rey Mysterio defeats Austin Theory by pinfall. With a counter roll and retains the United States title. I actually saw Santos Escobar was going to get involved, but I guess not. He's not a Bloodline member, like always getting involved in Roman's matches. So I guess that makes sense. So, but yeah, Rey Mysterio defeats Austin Theory by pinfall. What do you think of this match?
I missed the match, but I did see the highlights. It was amazing. It was a good match. Great to see Rey Mysterio get that win against Austin Theory. Austin Theory, he clearly needs some more losses under his belt before he can actually grow as a character. So he's got a lot more things to prove. He's still young. This guy thought that he was better than John Cena. Remember when he said that to Still?
Yeah.
He said that. He said that. He thought that he was better than John Cena, but that's a bunch of baloney, and it's just ridiculous. So it's good to see that he's still got to put in the work and improve himself as a wrestler. It's great to see that Rey Mysterio retains. We'd love to see him continue to. I'd love to see him continue with winning his matches. We'll just have to see what happens.
All right. So this next match, in my own opinion, this next match is probably match of the night. I think this is probably the best match there was. It was fun to watch. disappointing that how it turned up. I was wrong on this pick, honestly, but I vote this match of the evening at Payback. This was definitely match of the evening. We got a Steel City street fight between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damien Priest. Oh my god, this was an unbelievable match. Like I said, match of the night at Payback. Probably match of the year. I don't even know how to explain it. But the ending just was just so disappointing. People kind of expected, but yeah, you already know. It went back and forth. Damien Priest, Finn Balor against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Probably the craziest one is Rhea Ripley. Probably the highlight of Payback was Rhea Ripley coming in and spearing Kevin Owens through the barricade. That was just mind blown. Oh my god! And you know how Rhea Ripley manhandled the male wrestlers and stuff like that. But oh my god, that was just crazy. Kevin Owens putting a trash can over Finn Balor and him and Sami Zayn beating him up with candlesticks. That was fun to watch. And oh my god, Kevin Owens swanton bomb into Dominic Mysterio and into the table. That was insane. And the highlight probably was Kevin Owens getting busted open. That was just insane. Like, oh my god, that's the Extreme Rules I need to watch, man. But JD McDonough got involved. Rhea Ripley gets involved. Dominic Mysterio comes out, gets involved. Damien Priest, oh my god, that hurt so bad. Damien Priest suplexing Sami Zayn into three chairs that were set up like this. Sami Zayn's back, man. Oh my god, and I heard that too. And I believe Sami Zayn hit his hella kick, his finisher. But Dominic Mysterio, like, why? With the briefcase hitting Sami Zayn in the back of the head. Finn Balor, 1, 2, 3. The Judgment Day are your new undisputed tag team champions. Oh my god. Like I said, match of the year probably. He even said it right here. But congratulations. I hate to say it, but congratulations to the Judgment Day. They got all the gold now. Damien Priest is still Money in the Bank, so that'd be insane if he wins the World Heavyweight Championship. 3 titles around his waist. That's just gonna be, and it's on the shoulder. That's gonna be insane. But yeah, I hate to say it, but 5-on-2. Congratulations to Judgment Day. Wow. A lot of people expected, because it was like, oh, Sami Zayn had a bad, had an injury on the elbow that looked bad. Kevin Owens was going through injury. But yeah, there you have it. We got new undisputed tag team champions, Finn Balor and Damien Priest. The Judgment Day defeats Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the Steel City Street Fight by pinfall. What a match. I'm sure you got some your thoughts on this. What's your thoughts on this?
Man, let me tell you something. That was quite a match. It was crazy. There's a lot of bodies flying around. Obviously, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens got overwhelmed in the Steel City match against the Judgment Day. It was unfair numbers, even though they were putting the hurting on the Judgment Day. It was quite a sight to see. They were fighting them off. Kevin Owens is actually used to fighting off multiple people at once because he got experience. He got that experience fighting the Bloodline time and time again, so he used that experience against the Judgment Day. But obviously, they overwhelmed him with their numbers. Kevin Owens put Dominic Mysterio through that table. Man, I didn't know how Dominic Mysterio managed to get back into the ring and finish off Sami Zayn like that at the last second before Judgment Day lost. He somehow managed to get back in, even though they put him through. He got put through a table, and as much as I do not like Dominic Mysterio, everybody hates him. He obviously put the finishing touches against Sami Zayn, and it is what it is. Right now, they you never know what's going to happen with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They're probably going to try to get some sort of retribution for what happened, but they got put through hell. I do think that Rhea Ripley putting Kevin Owens through that steel wall was crazy. That was not expected at all. It shows that Rhea Ripley definitely shows she's got power, and that's something we're probably going to talk about in the next match. With Rhea Ripley defending her title. Um, but those guys, they JD McDonough actually saved Damian Priest. I think from she saved Damian Priest. She saved Damian Priest, but despite the fact that Damian Priest let him get beat down by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and maybe we're gonna see him join. They're gonna accept him into the Bloodline. Not the Bloodline, the Judgment Day. Maybe he's become a member of the Judgment Day. I don't know. We don't know, but he's probably gonna become the next member, and it's gonna be crazy with the Judgment Day. They're celebrating their win. I really thought that Damian Priest is, he was doing his job, and Finn Balor actually almost cost them the match against both of them, against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I don't know if they used to steel cage matches or steel matches, but street fight matches, but the Judgment Day won, and you can see this coming from a mile away because it's 5 against 2 people. And that was just it was too much for them. It was just too much.
Yeah, what I can say is Dominic Mysterio, who knows when he's going to defend his title again. It's like he's mostly on Raw. He's mostly on Raw mostly. SmackDown he's kind of sometimes, but NXT I don't know when he's going to defend it, but he's probably going to be holding it like Roman. Don't defend it too much. And the question is, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they might go separate ways. We have to see what happens. Or they might ask for a fair fight. Tonight they might actually complain and say that, we're 5-on-2. We want a fair fight. You win, we leave you alone. If you win fair and square in a fair fight, we'll leave you alone, something like that. But I can definitely see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn confronting them for a fair fight, and then probably end up going on their separate ways. But we'll see. Maybe we'll see some action with them, so tag teaming and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. And obviously,
I just want to make a point about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They went through a lot, defeated the Usos, and they kind of destroyed the Bloodline. Now the Bloodline, we don't know what's going to happen with the Bloodline because they are they're breaking up themselves. And so with Kevin Owens, of course, it's natural to see this breakup between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and you never know this. They might implode, and you might see a feud between them too. You never know. I mean, that would kind of be an interesting angle with the feud between them, and I don't know. So.
Alright, so yeah, let's leave that aside. Probably one of the best street fights I've seen. But going on, the Grayson Waller effect featuring Cody Rhodes. It wasn't too much. Grayson Waller, look, I used to not like the guy. If you remember, we saw him in one of the dark matches when we went to the WWE event. But he's becoming a great his win against Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar this past Friday. I was soloing that broadcast. You weren't here, but I was talking about how great Grayson Waller and Austin Theory worked as a team. I really think they can be something together. They have some nice finisher combinations. They could possibly challenge Judgment Day. We'll see. The Grayson Waller effect featuring Cody Rhodes. Nothing too much. Cody Rhodes saying that there's not much. Introducing Jey Uso returns. He said that he was quitting SmackDown in WWE, but it turns out Jey Uso was just switching brands. He's now officially on the Raw brand on his own path. It's amazing to see what he's going to do solo because he haven't had a solo run while he was injured, but it was back, I think it was 2 years ago, his last time he had a solo run before he joined the Bloodline. But Jey Uso, there's rumors saying that he could go after Gunther. There's rumors that he could go after Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. That could be interesting. I like to see that. And then there could be that's just that. And then after that, Jey Uso super kicked Grayson Waller in the face. ending the segment with the crowd being hyped up. So, what do you think of this Grayson Waller effect show?
Yeah, I think it was funny. You know, Cody Rhodes came out, he said his piece, and then he introduced Jey Uso, and Jey Uso came down. Jey didn't say a word, just knocked out Grayson Waller, and then just pumped up the crowd. You know, that was funny. Good to see him on I think he's on Smack Raw now. So yeah, it's good to see him on there. You know, we're gonna see him and how he does with his new role and going solo and stuff, and we'll see how he does.
All right, the next one, Rhea Ripley, World Heavyweight Champion, defending it against Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, I kind of knew, like, this match was great, but it kind of was, because I kind of knew what was going to happen after, Damien Priest and Finn Balor won the title. People were like, oh, Raquel Rodriguez is fucked. What do you know? Rhea Ripley, easy peasy, like I said, most dominant woman in my prediction. No mistake, that was a piece of cake for her. Rhea Ripley defeats Raquel Rodriguez by pinfall. I didn't actually watch the match or highlights. I believe she won off of her power slam finisher that she puts in the air and then slams. I believe that's how she won. I don't see it. I only saw only little bits of clips of Dominic Mysterio coming out to aiding her, but that's pretty much it. Rhea Ripley successfully defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Raquel Rodriguez, defeating her by pinfall. What did you think of this match?
The match was a struggle for Rhea in the beginning because we were actually pretty even. And I think, what's her name? Raquel Rodriguez was actually overwhelming Rhea in the beginning. And so she had a good, strong start. It wasn't actually a smooth sailing for Rhea because Rhea she was talking to Raquel and getting in her head. And then after that, I started, I saw from mine because I watched the whole match. I saw Raquel was, struggling against Rhea because Rhea was attacking her and using her experience against her. So obviously, Rhea's experience against Raquel was winning, and it was like, yeah, Rhea was really struggling against Raquel because Raquel was like a formidable opponent for her. And obviously she won because Dominic came in and Dominic distracted her, and then he distracted her, and then Dominic took one for Rhea, and then Rhea managed to take an opportunity and then take advantage of Raquel, and then get the pinfall over her. So it was a good win for Rhea because Rhea was struggling against Raquel, and Raquel is also like a power wrestler. They were really going after each other, and I would say it wasn't an easy win for her because she was struggling against her on her own. But then once she started weakening Raquel, she was able to to get the win. So.
All right, and what's next? And we can talk about what next is for Rhea Ripley who she needs new challengers unless Raquel Rodriguez wants a rematch. I don't think that's a good idea, but we're talking about maybe Becky Lynch possibly going for that angle. I was talking about to you guys about I was talking about possibly Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley feud, so we could see Becky Lynch going after Rhea Ripley, but Shayna Baszler says she wants a piece of Becky Lynch, so we have to see what happens. But anyways, the next match, probably the last match, I believe. I don't think I missed any other one. World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins defending it against against Shinsuke Nakamura. It was a great match, but Shinsuke Nakamura just kept targeting Seth Rollins' back. Oh my god, rip to Seth freaking Rollins' back. But it was a physical battle. And they went back and forth. There was a couple of times I thought Shinsuke Nakamura was gonna win. But it was awfully close. But at the end, Seth freaking Rollins was able to hit a quick stomp on Shinsuke Nakamura to retain the title. I thought it was an unbelievable match. And at the end, yep, Seth freaking Rollins defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura by pinfall to retain the World Heavyweight Championship off of a stomp finisher. And when the match was over off air, Shinsuke Nakamura attacked Seth Rollins. I guess he couldn't bear the fact that he targeted Seth Rollins back all night and just still couldn't get the win. He got butthurt, I don't know. Or it could be a sign that Shinsuke Nakamura is not done with Seth freaking Rollins. But at the end, Seth freaking Rollins successfully defend his title, gets the win, defeats Shinsuke Nakamura by pinfall. What did you think of this match?
I didn't actually see the highlights of it. I didn't see what happened afterwards after Shinsuke Nakamura lost to Seth Rollins. But I do think it was a physical battle for sure. It was going back and forth. Obviously, Seth Rollins had he was handicapped against his back, and Shinsuke was targeting his back, and Seth Rollins was really trying to protect his back. And but Shinsuke was able to get a few blows in, and he could have won. He almost won a few times. He had the opportunity to do so, but he wasn't able to get that win. I really liked the intro that Shinsuke Nakamura did before Seth Rollins entered his match and stuff, and because he said that he was trying to. It was like to relieve Seth Rollins of the World Heavyweight title, and but that was quite a fight from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins put it all into the match. Seth Rollins almost tapped out because Shinsuke Nakamura got Seth Rollins into an armbar, but since Seth Rollins with a bad back managed to power slam Shinsuke Nakamura, and I don't know how he was able to do that with a bad back, man. I mean, that must have been an incredible amount of pain he was put through. Be able to lift him up off the ground and power slam him to the ground onto the mat. I mean, wow, that was some power. That man was fighting. He put in that champion's fight. He's definitely a WWE champion. So, that was an unbelievable match. And that was a good match from Seth Rollins. So.
By the way, Shinsuke Nakamura tried to punish Seth Rollins at the end, but Seth Rollins countered a roll-up. So it was Shinsuke Nakamura was trying to do a sneaky roll-up win, but Seth Rollins was able to step up and then deliver that quick stomp to retain the title. So yeah, I thought that was a great match.
I also just want to say that I really thought at the end, I was really expecting Damien Priest to come out.
Yeah,
just come out and just cash it in, and just win the title against just win that title. I was really expecting. I was waiting to see if it would happen.
So this is my take about what's going to happen with the Judgment Day. So I still don't trust. Look, they're tag team. They're the new undisputed tag team champions, right? But they had so many disagreements, all because of that Money in the Bank contract. I feel like Judgment Day at some point will still break up. This is how I think it will go down. I think Damien Priest is going to try to cash in on Seth Rollins or whoever's the world. Hopefully it's still Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is too early to drop the title, but I think that Damien Priest is going to cash in, but Finn Balor is going to cost him once again. I think Finn Balor is going to cost him once again because of that briefcake. Is probably the briefcake is the reason why they don't trust each other, and it's like a curse of Judgment Day. So I think that's going to happen at some point. They're going to get into another argument as undisputed tag team titles. They're going to at some point later on have a tag team match to defend those titles. One of them is going to turn on each other, costing them the titles, and Judgment Day is going to break up. I think that's going to happen. That's my opinion. What do you think? What do you think of that scenario?
I mean, that's a possible scenario that could happen. That Money in the Bank is a problem for the Judgment Day, even though they did win the tag team titles. They're the world defending heavyweight tag team champions,
Yes.
of WWE, of SmackDown and Raw. So they have to defend their titles against both SmackDown and Raw.
I feel
And
like at some
that
point,
Money in
like
the
I said,
Bank
I
is a
think
problem.
to more like it, I think Damien Priest is going to turn on Finn Balor, and then I think Damien Priest is probably going to get kicked out, have a chance for a singles match, still have Money in the Bank, so probably have a chance to, challenge Roman or Seth, and then leaving Judgment Day, welcoming JD McDonough as Damien Priest's replacement. That's what I feel is going to happen. That's just my own
Yeah,
opinion.
I think it could be the Judgment Day turning on Finn Balor, not Damian Priest, because Finn Balor has struggled in over the last few months, and he's lost a few matches. He lost his match against Seth Rollins, who he should have won, which he should have won, by the way. He almost won it in the same kind of deja vu fashion that he lost it to Seth Rollins, and he was really going after him, and he almost won. If not, if Damian Priest hadn't gotten involved, and no, he would be world heavyweight champion right now, and not Seth Rollins, and that's kind of
Yeah, right.
craziness.
Yeah, we can talk
And
about this. Yeah, we can talk about it later. Yeah. But anyways, that's the end of Huh? What'd you say? Sorry.
So I was gonna say if Finn Balor had won the World Heavyweight Championship, and then Seth Rollins, you know, cash in on someone else, and they would have all the gold.
Yeah.
It would be crazy.
Damon Priest would have beat Roman, but yeah. Let's just. But anyways, I just want to go back and see if I missed anything. Oh yeah, the hilarious John Cena interview in the backstage after Judgment Day won the Undisputed Tag Team title. That was an unbelievable, hilarious interview. Judgment Day taking a page out of John Cena's playbook. The champs are here. And John Cena's like, okay. But yeah, it was hilarious. I thought maybe that'd be awesome if he was able to interview other wrestlers, like, let's say, I don't know, let's say Seth Rollins or something. That'd be hilarious to see John Cena and interviewing, like, Seth Rollins or something like that. But anyways, that's the end of our recap. I hope you enjoy. It was an unbelievable, pay-per-view, and we gotta see what holds up to the next pay-per-view, which is Payback. No, not Payback, sorry, which is Fastlane. It's most likely the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, but I think there's more pay-per-views. Oh yeah, Survivor Series, so we have a long way to WrestleMania. But Fastlane is the next pay-per-view, so we might see another Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura rematch. It's clear as day that Shinsuke Nakamura is not done with Seth Rollins, but we have to see. I'm curious to see what's next. Oh yeah, Chad Gable and Gunther is gonna fight against the Intercontinental Championship tonight. So it's gonna be great to see, and we have to see what's next for Judgment Day. Who's gonna be the first challenger? Probably Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, but like I said, we'll talk about that later. But anyways, I'm Bruin Steel. Thank you guys for watching. That was an unbelievable pay-per-view of Payback, and I hope you guys enjoy. Any last thoughts, Canadian Yorker?
All right, talk to you later. See you all again.
Any last thoughts?
I believe that it's going to be an interesting. I'm not going to be able to see the World Heavyweight title match against Gunther and Chad Gable.
Intercontinental.
But yeah, the Intercontinental title. I'm not going to be able to see that. But we'll have to see what the results are. I'll be checking, the highlights and seeing what is said and stuff, and we'll be talking about that later. I will be watching Fastlane to see what is going to be happening on the next pay-per-view. So we'll be talking more about that later, and that's all I got to say. So.
Yeah, so we'll see you next time. Tonight is Monday Night Raw, so me and Canadian hopefully will see you with another broadcast for recap for tonight's Monday Night Raw. So we were just discussing before this video earlier if he can make it, but if not, solo or not, or with Canadian Yorker, we'll see you Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I don't know when we're gonna do it, but yeah, I'm Bruin Steel. Hope you guys enjoy, and you guys have a great day.
Have a great day.